Yeah, let's do it. Cool. Alrighty, hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Inner City Hermit. This one's gonna be a little weird because, especially if you're listening on Spotify or iTunes, because I have just started recording my stuff on computer. So the video is recording whilst I'm speaking. So it's weird for me because I've got the camera rolling and I feel like I'm talking to myself, which is terrifying because there's like a little bit of a delay. So I always sketch out a little bit. But man, I think one thing that I've done lately, as of late, is I've been looking at like videos on how to start like a podcast, like recording. I've been really into the video thing because I think having a video there is pretty cool, especially for YouTube, because I know a lot of people listen to me on YouTube. And if you are listening to me on YouTube and you have to look at that same one photo of my head looking, that photo's a heinous photo, so looking pretty dodgy, and you have to look at that for like 30 minutes, because on these solo ones it is 30 minutes, and I've got mates that have told me, yeah man, I'm sick of looking at your head. So I was like, I'm pretty sick of looking at my head every day. I gotta look at it in the mirror, so makes sense why you wouldn't want to look at it. So I figured I'd mess around a little bit and I'd record on the video as well, hence the change of scenery. Not that you would have seen where I used to record because it was all audio, but I was in the dungeon over in my little desk, and it was pretty claustrophobic back there. There was a lot of times where I was I didn't rate it. I felt like, because I'm like this close to the wall, so when I'm talking I'm like this close, so the audio might be a little bit different too, but if it annoys you, I apologize. But I'm trying to do the best with what I got, and what I got is not much. So as you can see, you can finally see my awesome little mic and stuff like that, so good. It's been a little bit busy of late, so as most of you know, I'm a teacher, so it does get pretty hectic towards the end of the term. As much as I like to joke about it and say like, yeah, it's sick, I get holidays every 10 weeks and I get to play sport with kids all the time, I don't have to do anything, it's so good. Realistically, I actually work really hard. I wish I didn't. I wish my life was like the life that I say I live, but especially in that last 2 weeks. Any teachers out there, like, shout out, first day of holidays, yes. But those last 2 weeks of reporting and stuff like that, you actually do have to switch on and be serious, which is sometimes very hard, especially for me. But yeah, so I've been in a bit of a hiatus for the last 2 weeks with recording. And I know last week I said I was going to record, but stuff comes up and I couldn't actually record, which was good too, because I got terrible roasts. So that was a good idea in theory, like roast is post, but people are too nice. I've got to give his credit. Everyone's too nice. I was ready to go, but it's probably a good thing. It's probably a really nice thing that people are a little bit over the whole roast thing. So for those of you that did roast me, they were terrible. And, my hairline goes so far back. I'm surprised no one paid out the hairline, but it is what it is. But I guess on that regard too, with Instagram and stuff like that, I have no idea how to edit like little snippet videos. So my Instagram's 2 photos and I have no idea. So if you know how to run an Instagram page and you're not as busy as Kia, let me know, help me out, because I've got no idea. And I saw some dude who's doing the same sort of thing on Facebook. His, like, a sponsored post came up and his looks so good. And I was like, man, I think one thing about the podcast that has made me realize, and it's probably a good thing because it's something I want to work on, is that I'm so computer illiterate. Like I know how to use Word and I know how to use Facebook and Netflix, but I can't. I don't know how to use anything. And even when I Google it, it's one thing. Like, if you're really good at IT, good for you, because it's something that's so freaking hard. Like, I fucking hate it, but it's one of those things that I think is really underrated. So if you are good at Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, hit me up, because I need some help, and I'm all for help. Like, get in and But I think one positive message before I start off rambling, because there's 2 weeks of catching up to do that I need to fill you guys in on. But one thing, I got a message from someone. I don't know him too well, but I got a message from him, and it's probably why I wanted to start recording today. Actually, it was a bit of motivation, but like, he messaged me during the week, and he was saying how much the podcast, or my podcast, is helping him through work at the moment. So, like, he was saying he was going through a lot, and it was a tough time, and listening to me talk shit, and he got a bit of a giggle out of the stuff I was saying. So, I think I really appreciated that, because as someone who uses this as kind of an outlet for themselves as well, the fact that there are other people listening to me, and even though, I think I've only had like 200 downloads over the last 3 weeks, the fact that I got a message of someone reaching out saying that my stuff has helped them it gave me a really good feeling. Like, I think it made me feel like I got a few butterflies in my stomach when I knew I was helping him out. So I think if my podcast helps you in any way, or you just get a giggle out of it, like, I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate the support, and I hope you realise you're not alone, and there's always someone to talk to. So that was a really nice moment for me during the week. But like I said, there was a few moments. I've got my ideas booklet here ready to go, just of crap that I thought about during the week, and I thought, man, I need to talk about this, because it's been a huge week, and I notice things more when I'm stressed, and I've been stressed out of my fucking mind for the last 2 weeks. So it was funny. Like, I think one of the things especially when you're stressed and it's not the greatest time, like, I had to go to the shops really quickly the other day, and when you want to go to the shops, you need to get like 3 things. You're just like, just get the fuck out of my way, just give me what I want, let me go home. But down at Newstead at Gasworks Woolies, there is they always do it, and they must pay good money to get that real estate there, but there's always charities and businesses that sit outside the shop, and like, they do the whole, like, they see you come in, and just like I always get the, hey brother, like, I don't know, maybe I look like a brother, I don't know, like a hey man, hey brother, and then you get the old ladies like, hey miss, how you doing? But I get the whole gangster, like, hey brother, how you doing? And like, so I get terrified when it comes to those charities and businesses that sit outside the shops, and they sit there and they wait, and they're usually like backpackers, so they don't give a fuck. They're gonna talk to you. They're probably really good at getting girls, to be honest, because they can get rejected like 50,000 times through the day. So it's probably training them really well to go out and get rejected by girls then. But and it brought me back to a story of when I was living at home at the time, and when I'm at home alone and it's during the day, I always manage to get door knockers, right? So door knockers, they knock on your door, they give you a fucking list of shit that they're doing, and you're like, oh, sick, and I'm such a pussy, I can't fucking leave the door. And anyway, one was a girl at the point, so I'm even more polite, because I just can't, I'm just like, yeah, okay, cool. But anyway, she knocked on the door, and it was for a charity. So, like, I'm saying this like a dick because I've given money to a charity and I'm complaining about it, but it was for a charity, and she ended up speaking to me for ages about this charity, and I was sitting there like a dickhead, like, oh yeah, this is really cool, all that sort of shit. And she said, oh, okay, so yeah, we're wondering if you would like to donate. And I was sitting there like, shit, I don't want to donate, but I'll listen. I was like, yeah, we can put you on a payment plan and all this sort of stuff. I was like, all right, I'll listen to your spiel and whatever. So she goes, oh, okay, sweet. I just need your name. So I was given my name, and I gave all that stuff. And it was at that moment in time I thought, fuck, I'm in way too deep now. It's like, when you know someone for a while, but you don't know their name, and you get to like 3 weeks worth of friendship with them, and you're like, fuck, I don't know your name. And it's too late to ask. I was in that boat, but I was in the boat of, oh shit, I'm about to give $30 to a stranger. And so I use the whole, and it's my go-to line all the time, and it always works, is the whole, I don't have cash on me. I'm so sorry. I would love to give to whatever you're doing, but I don't have any cash on me. And usually it works, because usually they hold a money bag. But this charity is onto people like me. So they said, no worries, we can actually do direct, we can do a credit card donation. And I was like, oh, damn, you weaseled your way into my wallet, didn't you? So she's like, oh, look, give me an email. And of course I put a fake email down because I'm a genius. Nope. So she said, okay, sweet. Now just your card details. And I thought, fuck. Oh, my card. I think it's in my car. And she was like, no worries, I'll just wait while you get it. And I thought, shit, she's persistent. So anyway, I've walked out to the car, and I was in my head, I'm thinking, how the fuck do I get out of this one? Like, this is, Matsen, if you just ballsed up and said no at the start and stopped being such a pussy, you wouldn't be in this mess. So anyway, so I walked out, I got my card, and I've got my card in my hand, and I've got my old debit card still with me. God knows why. I think I'm paranoid. I'm going to throw it out just in case someone steals an expired card. And anyway, I've walked back in, and I've gone, okay, here's my card details. And I thought, Matsen, you're a genius. You're going to give her an expired card, and they won't take the money. Anyway, she types in the card, and the card obviously declines. So I go, oops, my bad. She goes, maybe this card might be expired. And I thought, oh, maybe, oops. She's like, oh, no worries, do you have your other card? And I was like, holy shit, she's fucking on me like a rash. And I said, oh, yeah, sorry, my bad, I gave you the wrong card. So I've given the card, I didn't give her the card, but I said, okay, sweet, here we go. I'll give her one number wrong. And of course, like, what's going to happen? So I gave her one number wrong. And of course, it declared as like, no, it's wrong. And I thought, now you're in too deep. You've royally fucked yourself up here, Matsen. You're completely up shit creek, and there is no paddle inside. So I've given her my card, and I said, look, sorry about all that. How much is the donation? She goes, it's a $30 donation. I thought, $30. Good work, Matsen. $30. It's going to cost you $30 fucking dollars to get out of this situation because you couldn't say no. So I thought, shit, all right, $30. It's going to a good cause, right? You know, it's going to a charity. And she said, oh, it's a domestic violence charity. And I was like, cool. And then she went on this big story about how she was involved in that. She just guilt tripped the shit out of me. And I'm such a sucker. So I was like, look, I'll give $30. She goes, no worries. We can put you on a payment plan where it comes out every month. I thought, fucking hold on a second now. Ease on, turbo. $30 a month? Not happening. So I said, look, is there any way I can just do a one-time donation? She's like, yep, no worries. I can do a one-time donation and we'll email you if you would like to continue the donations. And I thought, beauty. When I get an email, I'll say no. So $30 came out of my account, I'm good. Whatever, $30 goes to a charity. It's tax deductible. Whatever that means, I don't even think I'll get it back. See you later, $30. But the next month rolls around and I think, I've done it. $30, that's all I need. All good, $30, my conscience is clear, it's tax deductible. Copped so much shit from Kia, because she was like, you're an idiot, why don't you have some balls and say no? I said, babe, you know what? You're right, I have no balls. I'm gonna work on it. Good, done. Okay, then I get a receipt on my CommBank. So I went to check my bank and I was like, why the fuck's my card declining? Like, I've got $30 in my account. No, I don't. Because dickhead here gave the wrong fucking email to the charity. So the email that said, would you like to continue your donation, didn't go to an email. And of course, it came out of my account without me noticing. And you know what? There's no one to blame here but me. So that's $60. $60 to the charity. Beautiful. Now I'm comparing what I could buy for $60. That's a carton of beer. That's a full tank of fuel. There's a multitude of things that $60 could have paid for. And I thought, shit, I'm gonna have to call this place. So I call them. You do not realize how fucked you are when you call a charity and you say, I don't want to donate anymore. And they go, oh, why not? And you go, how else do you say you don't want to donate to a charity anymore? Oh, because I'm a huge piece of shit and I'm selfish. Or, oh, because I don't care about the children. Or, yeah, so that was a very awkward conversation. And she said
to me when I called up. I said, look, I don't want to donate anymore. She's like, is there any reason why? I said, oh, look, I need the $30 at the moment. It's something per month that I need to invest that money in myself. And she goes, that's fine, but can I just ask why you gave the wrong email with your card? And I thought, does it matter? Like, because I'm an idiot. Because I tried to get out of it and I couldn't get out of it. Like, what answer do you want? And I stupidly said, oh, I forgot my email. And she goes, oh, well, it's probably best you write it down next time. I said, oh, it's probably best you don't knock on my fucking door, but okay. So I cancelled it. So moral of the story is, I fucking hate those charities that sit outside and get you when you're vulnerable. And you know what I also hate? When they knock on doors. Because I was at uni at the time, so fair play, okay? No, I wasn't at uni, I was teaching. It must have been school holidays, when I'm ultra vulnerable. But I'm thinking, who could possibly be home at this time? I was like, old people. I was like, these charities are going for old people. And who knows where the money's going? Because I don't. Hopefully it's going to where it needs to go. But I was like, man, $60 out of pocket. So I put it down to a life experience, and I was like, it's $60. It's not that. It's a lot of money. It's killing me, actually. But $60 is gone, and anyway. So I stuffed up. So moral of the story is just say no. Unless you really have the money and you know where it's going. I don't know. I've heard so many things about charities doing all different sorts of things, and like, how did they pay them? Probably through my donations. I don't know. Not saying don't donate to charities, but I'm also like, man, they get you when you're vulnerable, and I'm pretty sure what really did me is the fact that I saw the girl who got my money, I almost said stole, got my money, and she was out doing lines of coke when I was out, and I thought, sick, my money's going to a fantastic cause. So whatever that charity is, that girl, you screwed me out of $60, good job. But if the $60 went to where it needed to go, I feel fantastic, and I really appreciate the fact that I donated $60. So that was my first point of a story that I had to catch up on, because as soon as I see those people, like nowadays, I have a bit of resting bitch face, so that's kind of how my face holds up. So I figured now, if I walk past those people and I have headphones in, and I never even play things, I just have my AirPods in and just, hopefully I don't need to talk to people, but I do this face, they won't talk to me. So, and it's worked so far. So just look as angry as you can when you walk past. And I just realized that half of you are listening to this on Spotify. So if you did, picture the angriest face that you could think of, and that is my resting bitch face. So I'm not actually angry when you see me all the time, it's just my stupid face. Hence these, once again, you can't see it again, but I have 4 headlines because I'm trying to keep my eyelids up all the freaking time because I look angry. See? It's my teacher glare. I think the other thing that went through my mind was I was driving to Domino's not long ago. There's two things that I thought, man, I have to talk about this on my podcast, because they're things that that happened to me, and I feel like it happens to other people as well, maybe. But the other thing is parallel parking. Parallel parking. Most watched sport that's not a sport. Trust me, think about this. So, when you watch someone parallel park, whether you're walking or you're driving, it's something that you have to watch. And I believe it's because of this. Humans want people to fail. You want to watch someone fuck up. And that's probably why Fail Army, or whatever it is so popular on YouTube, because you love watching people fail. I like watching it. You probably like watching it. We all like watching people fail. It's pretty funny on a small scale. Parallel parking is one of those things. I watched this bloke parallel park, and it was the most amazing thing I have ever seen. And what was more amazing about it was there were so many people walking past, he got a round of applause when he pulled into this car park. That is impressive. And it made me think about it like, yeah, when you're behind a car that is about to parallel park, even if they've done everything completely legal, what's the first thing you say? Because I can say it, I go, fuck, you're not going to get into there. And most of the time, I'm right. Most of the time, it's the most heinous thing I've ever seen. And I don't know, usually, and I'm going to be really picky here, people who drive Suzuki Swifts, you have the smallest car known to man, and you still can't get in the gap. More power to you if you do, but I've seen some heinous Swift driving. And it is very ironic the fact that Swift drivers can't swiftly parallel park. But then it reminded me, how much pressure do you feel when you parallel park? And the pressure is not from you. No one pulls into a parallel park like, man, I need to be good at this for myself. You are so self-conscious of parallel parking because you're worried everyone's going to look at you and go, fuck, that dude sucks at parallel parking, or that chick sucks at parallel parking. I get really nervous. And I always wait and see, because 9 out of 10 times if I indicate to parallel park, someone walking by will stop and watch. And they watch with a smirk. Even if they don't have their license, they sit there like, watch this dude parallel park. And of course, I'm turning around like, oh, why do you want to watch me parallel park? What do you get out of parallel parking? But this is where my theory comes, that people want you to fail. People always want you to fail, and people would love to watch you fail, which is why parallel parking is the best test to being like, I will not fail. That does not make any sense, but I believe it's true. So I think if you can deal with the pressure of parallel parking, you train yourself to deal with being watched and people wanting you to fail. So if you ever want to try something new, but you're worried about failing, just parallel park for a day. If you can parallel park for an entire day and deal with people watching you all the time, you'll succeed. Number 1, in a city hermit, rule 1, parallel park whenever you get the chance because you deal with people watching you. Right? I know. Thought about it too. The other thing and the final thing I'll talk about, and I feel like I'm rattling off this stuff because this stuff's been in my mind for ages, is elevators, lifts. I personally hate lifts, but I have to take one at least 5 to 6 times a day to take the washing out, take the bin out, to take myself to my car, to go down if I forget something from my car, which I do 9 out of 10 times. And I always have these weird thoughts in lifts. One of my thoughts was, because you always go in and you get it's like a TV show. You know when you get a sitcom and they have that little space where it's like, oh, you get a little insight into their character just for that split second when they're going through their before thing credits. Like, you know those things where it'll be music like, and then the characters are doing something, like, and you get an insight into, like, if it's a guy, usually if it's a older man, they'll be doing something like watching TV. Like, they'll be changing their rate, and then the camera will flick to them, and they'll go like it's a surprise that the camera's on them. And it's like, and it gives a foreground to that character. So that character, the dad does dad things. The daughter might be doing makeup. Oh, that's an insight into her personality. She's really pretty. She's the pretty one. The son might be like, I don't know, lighting something on fucking fire. And you go, oh, wow, he's like the Bart Simpson character of this show. I think the same thing for lifts. So the door opens, and you get a slight insight into that person's personality. Like, if they walked in, they look pissed off, you're like, wow, bitch. That's what you get. First impression. Or if they walk in, they're bubbly, you're like, wow, so polite and nice. How good's that? Or they're listening to music really loud, you're like, oh, your eardrums are going to die. Like, what's up with this guy? Or maybe they're wearing a suit, and you're like, wow, what does he do for a living? Like, look at it, look at an insight. So I thought, how good would it be to take this one step further? And because I'm a huge wrestling fan, I fucking love wrestling. And biggest part of wrestling, and it sets you up for everything, you have to have good entrance music. You don't have good entrance music, you suck. I don't care about you straight away. My favorite wrestlers have the best entrance music. Like The Rock, straight away. Like, if you smell, like straight away, you're just like, shit, The Rock is here. Fuck.
straight away. Whereas, now here's what I would love to do. I would love to set up that every time you went into a lift, you could choose your own entrance music. So, if I walked into a lift and you could choose, imagine if there was like a Spotify app and you could choose the song that you were feeling, like if you were pissed off or something, you put like some Slipknot on there and be like, oh fuck, this guy's had a bad day. Or like, if you're feeling like, you're having a real upper day, you like put a good hip hop track on, like, I don't know, you're playing like something, Lil Uzi Vert, something like that. And like everyone goes, oh, look at this guy. He knows what he's had a good day. He's bopping. It's a Friday afternoon. Like, how's that? So, or you could like have, like why can't, like Homer Simpson walking out in the episode where he versus Dredrick Tatum. Like, why can't we be friends? Some like real awkward, kind of sweaty dude walks in, like, why can't we be friends? Like, kind of goofy, and you're like, oh, check this guy out. So. That's something these are the thoughts that I have in a lift. Like I'll get a coffee in my hand, I'll be walking, sitting in the lift, everyone will look at me like, oh wow, this dude looks like a dickhead. I'll be like, cheers. But if you put entrance music in, 1, you know how they're feeling. 2, you get like an insight into their personality. And 3, well, it'd be pretty cool because you're going in and there's music and like the doors open. Like if everyone's watched If You Are the One, if you haven't, the Chinese dating show on SBS. Watch it. Fucking hilarious. It's great. But they do this like, can you feel it? It's like the music, entrance music, and the elevator comes down and like the dude's in there like, ah, and you get like an insight into his face. He's probably in a suit or like, I don't know, like if he's a golfer, he's wearing like golf, it's just funny. They get like an insight, you're like, oh shit, what's up with this guy? And all the girls are like, oh, wonder what this dude does. So stuff like that, like, that shit seems funny to me. It'd be cool. Like, is it impractical? Yes. Coming home at 1 a.m. to entrance music on the lift and everyone's dead asleep, probably not the best thing ever. But it'd be funny. Like, you get the doors open, if you're some man, the rock like comes in the elevator and you're like, shit, it's a rock coming in my elevator with his entrance music. Maybe, yeah. I reckon if I was the rock, every room I'd enter, just, if you're some man, and then just bust down the door, come in like, yeah, work out, shit like that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm reaching that threshold of that half-hour mark. I'm getting there. This one was a weird one today. This one was just one. I had like rapid-fire ideas. Obviously, my book almost burst into flames, and I was just going hard with ideas because I was just like, my brain's, because I'm stressed, it's pumping out shitty ideas. But if you got through this one, congrats, because this one was a spare the moment one, because my next one, I wanted to do a bit of an interview. With who? I don't know. Could be anyone. Could be The Rock. It's not The Rock. That'd be sick though. I'd blow up if that happened. The Rock, if you're listening, if you're ever in Brisbane, come talk to me. But no, on a serious note, guys, this is something for me that I want to do more of, but at the same time, I have to be conscious that I don't want it to be a stress on me. I want to be able to do this because it's fun, and it is fun. I love doing it, and some will be better than others, But my plan is just to keep uploading, use it kind of like a diary or a journal. So if you get to 5 minutes in, like one of the boys from work said, he got to 3 minutes in, he said it was shit. So shout out to one person from work. This one is for you, and you know who you're talking about, but you'll probably only get to 3 minutes again. So I'm hoping the fact that I've given you a little shout out here, mate, you might get through the whole half hour. And if you do, congrats, because you're really helping me out with the view. But like I said, hopefully this video comes out alright. It goes on YouTube, and then you don't have to look at my stupid face with a coffee under it. I don't know why I chose that photo, but I think it's a good insight to my ugly head. So yeah, guys, next Inner City Hermit will be out shortly. If once I get editing and stuff, obviously, like with the interviews kind of things, it's a little bit more work in it because I need to make sure that it's filmed, and I like the fact that you could film, and I got my second mic, so that's good, and now you guys who don't know me, if you don't know who I am, or you're not one of the only people that watch it, that mostly are my friends, you get an insight into what I look like, so you can kind of match the voice to the stories, to the face, and yeah. So I really hope you enjoyed this one. It was a nice quick one, and peace out, stay safe. And if you love watching the podcast, give it a like and subscribe on Facebook or Instagram. No, sorry, YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. That's where the subscription is. And it will be on iTunes and Spotify. And if I am missing like a certain podcasting platform that you guys listen to, can you let me know? Because I want to put it on as many as I can. The only ones I really know that I use are Spotify and iTunes and YouTube. So if you would like to hit me up and say, can you put it on this platform for me, I will do so, because I do have Simplecast. Shout out to Simplecast, because I was actually very angry at Simplecast, and I was like, man, you've locked me out of my account, what is going on? And it turns out my email address was wrong. So apologies to Simplecast, I'm just a fucking idiot. So appreciate the patience. But anyway, stay safe, hermits. Have a great rest of your day, week, afternoon, night, weekend, whatever you want, whatever you listen to it. But just more importantly, be happy, be safe. Cheers, legends.